All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the call. Good to see everybody. And while we wait for people to get on here for just a minute or two, I'm still promoting these. I'm telling you, they absolutely look gorgeous. These are the new expired, the complete marketing plan to get your expired home sold. And check this out. So we're going to be doing Facebook ads today, but let me just play this quick little video from a client this morning. Check out how good this looks. You can order these $60 for the setup, and then it's $8 per. You can order 10, 20, 30 at a time, and you're going to want to get these to the expireds in your area. The idea is to give out, 20 or 30 a month to expireds in your local area, whether you door knock with them, got a cover letter as well. You mail them, but check out how good this thing looks. So he just got his in the mail. This is his review copy, and just check this
Hey, Scott,
out.
I got my book yesterday, man. I just want to say you did a fantastic job. I mean, everything looks great. Absolutely love it. You added some things here for me with my about page, but everything else looks fantastic. I really appreciate what you did. It looks great. I cannot wait to get these out and see what happens. And again, thanks for the customization that you did. I added about Lake Norman and then leading RE, as well as luxury real estate. And then some customization here at the back. So, man, I really appreciate it. Look forward to making these happen.
So Jane, yeah, how difficult are expired listings to sell? I mean, you got to figure, right? Expired homeowners have a property. They listed it with an agent. They went through all of that hassle, right? They found an agent. They interviewed an agent, at least one. They got their home ready for sale. They listed it for sale, and they didn't get an offer that at least they accepted. So, and that could be, maybe it was overpriced. Maybe it's just a bad house. Maybe the marketing was not very good. There's a lot of reasons why properties don't sell. And so I don't know that I think your question is a little bit off. So I don't think it's difficult right now as a new agent, but I'm telling you, if you walk in and you go, hey, listen, I might be a new agent, but I'm with an amazing company. I don't know what company, you're EXP, great company. And you door knock or mail this. Now, obviously you're going to follow up still. You're going to, call them up. You're going to keep, this isn't like you're just going to drop this off and, not do anything else. But I'm telling you, if you take 20 or 30 of these a month, $8 each, these cost over $10 at Staples, and it's not nearly as good a quality as what we're giving you. You can go to a lot of other print places, and it's going to even be more money than that. So $8 per. They're 24 to 28 pages. The one that you saw there, he had some custom stuff that he wanted to add to it, and it bumped up his per price a little bit, but his was 32 pages. So if you got other PDF ready files, we're not going to customize, create custom pages. No need to, right? This thing right here, 24 to 28 pages, right? You can have an intro. She doesn't have an intro in hers, but you can have an intro like he did. And so I put the link to order into the chat right here. If you get to the mastermind group, you'll see a link for it in a couple of the different posts talking about it. So here, if you go to the Facebook mastermind group, and we'll get started on the call for Facebook advertising in just about 1 minute, but you'll see a few posts here, and I'll put the order link right there as well. But let me bump this one up. Here's the link in this post. So if you're watching the recording of this, you can go here and find that post in the mastermind group, or just post and just request the link, and I'll make sure to give it to you. But if you click this, and so what we'll do is you'll order the setup, we'll prepare it, send you a preview before we actually build it out. Then we build it out. We send you a copy in the mail. So you're going to get one of these in the mail. You're going to approve it. You're going to make sure everything looks good. And then once you confirm it, we will give you the order link, and then you can order again 10, 20, or 30 at a time. And there's a cover letter that you can use with it, or you can come up with your own cover letter. But again, the idea is to get 20 to 30 of these mailed or door knocked a month. And I would have to think in like 2 to 3 months, you're going to have at least 2 to 3 listings from this. All right. For $8. Goodness. Hey, I'm telling you, right. If you got this, you're not going to need a phone number. I mean, it'd be great to have a phone number, of course, obviously. But at the same time, you will be, I can't promise anything, but if you don't get phone calls from this, I would be absolutely surprised. So it's a bit of a numbers game. You don't want to do just one. You don't want to just do 5 and see what happens. You want to do 20 to 30 a month, do it for 3 months. And if you don't have 2 to 3 listings from it, I would be absolutely shocked. All right. Is there a discount for Real Estate One? The $8 is the discount. At some point, we may raise the prices down the road, but I just want these in your hands. So the price that we're charging for these is, we're barely making any money at all on this for right now. I just want people using them, and I want to get your feedback. I want to get your, your glowing reviews on how amazing they are. So yeah, no, there's the $8 is, like I said, I try to keep that price as low as possible. But yeah, thank you, Tom. Yeah, that is a great price, right? And we can also do it for canceled, but you could use this for canceled as well. We're going to come out with one for FSBO. I've got one I'm working with a client right now. Because for the FSBO, we don't want to roll into a FSBO going, oh, here's my marketing plan. So it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to actually be a little bit more money. It might be like $9 per, but we're going to add the FSBO PDF guide, the FSBO offer to where you can offer them a free set of marketing tools from listings to leads. And then this will be behind that. So the FSBO one's actually going to be a little bit bigger. But what it's going to do is it's going to be a booklet for the FSBO talking about the pros and cons and things to watch out for when you're selling your home as a FSBO. So I think even if they already have their home listed as FSBO, they'll appreciate that. There's an offer for a free set of marketing tools. There's a QR code. And then, and if you haven't seen our FSBO tools yet, they're incredible. The FSBO homeowner can actually scan the QR code, comes up to a landing page where they can first of all, they can check which tools they want for free. And then they can literally upload their photos, add in their home information. And then what it does is it creates that listing in your account. All you have to do is check it out, approve it. There's a little button that says approve. And then once you do that, it sends all the marketing tools to the homeowner automatically. There's none of your branding in the tools. It's just the homeowner's name. So there's no logo. There's no picture of you. There's no phone number. There's nothing of you on the FSBO tools like there is on the other stuff. So hopefully that makes sense. What size envelope is needed? Well, they ship in an envelope that looks like this. So when you get it from us, it'll look like this. I would just go to the post office and grab some of those from the post office. And that way, if you want to mail them, because the whole idea is you want to have a stack of these on your desk so that when you see a home that expired in your farm area or, as appropriate, you can just either drop it in the mail right then, just, grab your envelope, grab this, get the cover letter, stick it in, write it up, send it out. Or like this client right here, she loves door knocking. I mean, she's like Scott. She goes, when I get people at the door, she goes, I am so good with them. So her plan is to door knock, but either way, door knock, mail, a little bit of both, see what works best for you. So with the setup fee No, it would be a separate setup fee. And we're not doing the FISBO yet, so stay tuned for that one. Right now, we're just doing the expireds, and we could also do canceled, but it's a separate setup fee for both, just because it's a little bit involved right now. Later, we're going to automate this a lot more. But yeah, I mean, even the $60 setup fee is really cheap. Like I said, my goal right now is to get these to as many people as possible so you can use them. I will make money later. When you start getting listings and you're making money, I'll make a little bit more money. But my goal is just for you all to get these in your hands. So with that, let me go and let's get into what we're supposed to get into today. One last question here. When creating, do you provide a Canva link for further editing? No, we don't. No. So what you got, you're not going to need any further editing for quite a while. Yep. Suma, you are too awesome. Glad we have you. Oh, thank you, Suma. I appreciate that very much. And so again, get your orders in. And I hate selling. I'm not a big seller. I've never been a good salesperson, unfortunately. I've been an awful salesperson. I'm just not good at sales, but I'm so excited to get these. I mean, there are other companies, $300 a month, and then you get 20 of their books that look like they're from 1993, to be honest, and $15 each. 15, and they don't look as good as this. And this has been kicking around my house for over a week now, maybe a week and a half, and it still looks fantastic. I mean, it just looks so good, right? Look at that. The complete marketing. But you think they're going to throw this away? No, they're not going to throw it away. It's going to sit on their kitchen table for 2 months. All right. Jan, we just started offering this like a week and a half ago. Like literally, it was actually from another client of ours that was showing me. He was doing something either very very, very similar. And he and I talk all the time. He's like, Scott, you should do this too. And so I took what he did. I just kind of changed up just a couple of things to make it a little bit better in my mind. And then I was like, shit, we got to start offering this. And so I put everything together. And like I said, my goal right now is not to make money on this. My goal right now is to get this in your hands so that you all start making money, start giving me some give me some feedback, right? Are there things we should change in the beginning? So for example, let's say in the beginning, you find an edit that we feel should go across all accounts. We'll do that for free, right? Because again, I want you getting listings from this. All right. Yes. Let's get to today. We're talking about Facebook ads. So let's get yourselves over to listingstoleads.com. Go ahead and log into your account. You'll land on the dashboard. So for ads, we got listings. So it could be coming soon, just listed, active, open house, pending, just sold. Cost per lead is ranging between $3 and $5 on the buyer leads for listings. And in fact, hold on one second. I just brought it up. I hadn't had a chance to look at it. $11 for pending. And I will tell you just sold in a minute. So when the just sold comes up, when I get that, $9. So just sold, your just sold listings, $9 per seller lead. That is amazing. So let's go look at those. Then we'll also talk about the PDF guides and then landing pages and then a few other kind of random things. But in fact, I forgot to bring up a post that I'm going to bring up right now and give it to you. It's the post, struggling with Facebook ads and follow-up. It's a great listen. I'm going to put this into the StreamYard. Give me 1 second. Let me pop this in here. There are 2 interviews and a how-to. In fact, I'll bring it over and just show you real quickly here because this is what you're going to want to refer to later. Boom. There you go. I'm going to bring this over. And just real quickly, I just put this link into the chat. If you're watching this on the recording, go to our blog. So listingstoleads.com/blog. then you can find this. Just search for that title, Struggling with Facebook Ads. Just a few seconds here to point out a couple of things. This is an interview with one of our clients talking about Facebook ads and follow-up. Couple of blurbs right here from a longtime client. This is an interview with him. And these interviews are so good because you're listening to other people talk about what it is that they're doing. And they're both a little bit different, but there's a lot of things they do the same. Like, for example, the way they do follow-up is a little bit different, but they both have a very thought out follow-up plan. And I'm going to be talking about that today a little bit as well. And then this last video is like a 6-minute video from me. And this is just me walking through and doing a Facebook ad and some of the things to watch out for so that you don't mess up. So some tips. I mean, it's so easy. I mean, it literally takes you 30 seconds to run a Facebook ad. It's almost too easy. And so that's why this is a great video here, because it's also easy to do some stuff that is not going to be good for you. And so this here is a nice little video here. Allie, question: can a landing page advertise several listings at once? Well, like you can do like a list of homes for sale. Like, you don't want to be advertising multiple listings. Now, for example, if you want to do a list of pool homes for sale, a list of price reduced homes for sale, you can totally do that. And I'll walk through that a little bit here. This is being recorded. It is on our YouTube channel, and I'll show you how to get to that a little bit later, or you can ask support. When reviewing leads, can they be sorted? Yes. In fact, you can actually see the leads at the listing level. So, yep. Exactly. Perfect. All right. What is this? Let me go back to the dashboard. So we logged into listings to leads. We land on the dashboard. Sorry about that. I'm going to go to listings. And you're going to see your listings right here. And so if you need help getting listings into your account or anything like that, go with our support team. I'm going to do 2 ads, one for just listed and one for just sold as a listing agent. Now, keep this in mind. We have had clients whose buyers are in contract, add that listing to their account and get listings before that property even closes escrow from that same area. If you were the selling agent, your buyer bought a property, add that to your account and do the just sold marketing. So even though you're not the listing agent, on a listing where your buyer is in contract and where your buyer bought the property, add those to your account and market those properties. All right. And get some great seller leads. So you're going to see here, just listed, 5530 Douglas Boulevard in Folsom. Now, one of the things I like to point out here is I've got a property video. I've got a video right here. If you scroll down, you're going to see I've even got a 3D tour, all my professional photos. I even got a community video. Oh, we got to check out what happened there. It was private. I'll check that out a little bit later after this call. And the reason I point this out is I don't want to use the video in my ad because this is just a regular property video. A good video for a Facebook ad would be like an intro video. Or maybe if I could just get like the first 10 seconds of this from my videographer and just use that. But what I don't want to do is use a 2 to 3 minute property video in my ad, because then no one's going to click the ad. No one, you know what I mean? No one's going to go through because they're going to watch the video in the ad. So they're not going to click through it. So I just like to point that out. I'm going to click the green market listing button, Facebook and Instagram ad. Every ad I do, for the most part, I'm going to do 2 times. One, I'm just going to do it like easy. Then I'm going to do it a second time where I talk through things a little bit more and answer some questions. So with that in mind, this right here is the Facebook Ads Manager Simplified. We brought it into listings to leads. We will autofill location. I would not change that. Radius of 15, I wouldn't change that. Lifetime budget of 35. I would change that. Now, depending on how many ads I'm running this week, my minimum really should be like $50. You want to kind of get to like 10 days. I'm $10 a day in budget for buyer leads. So $50. I could even do 70. Start and end date for 1 week, and then just hit create ad. And it's literally that easy. Confirm location, add some budget, check out your images, and I'm going to walk through how to change those images here in a second, and then hit create ad. Now, here's what's really beautiful. These, and I got to do a better job of this showing people, but the leads are going to have name, email, and phone number. You're going to get their purchase time frame, so just dreaming 1 to 3, 3 to 6, and so on. And the ad, the lead form, offers the ultimate guide to buying a home, your branded copy from your Listings to Leads account. So the leads, as they come in, have the opportunity to get the ultimate guide to buying a home completely branded to you, your picture, your logo, your color, everything. They look gorgeous. You're going to get a copy of that in the lead notification. So you'll be able to see exactly what they're looking at. If they say no, then they won't get it. But if they say yes, we will send it to them automatically. Nothing you need to do to get that to them. It's going to help you connect with them, I think, a lot better. In fact, I know it does. Now, also notice here, AI text follow-up. This is an add-on service, but this is so good. You can subscribe right here. It's like $50 a month for the first 2 months, and then it's $99 after that. But I think in the first 2 months, you will get some good. The AI text. The reason why the AI text is so good is it initiates immediately. 2, you're going to find out right away if that phone number was good, if it's a landline, or if it's not good. I see over 80% good phone numbers. System-wide, it's definitely over 75%. 100% when I review the AI text, and when I'm reviewing them, I can see, all right, did that lead have a good phone number? Was it a landline, or was it a bad phone number? And it's like 75 to 80% of the leads running through AI text are good phone numbers. So, the whole story about, I got all bad phone numbers, anything can happen anecdotally, but for the most part, these are good phone numbers. The beautiful thing about the AI text is that it's going to ask if they want more information about the property. Are they just browsing? And then if they say they're just browsing or they're not interested or whatever, we're going to make some value offers to them via the AI text. So they may be offered a free list of price reduced homes for sale, which you would send to them. There's a couple of different PDF guides that are offered. And if they say yes to getting one of the guides, we actually send them the guide automatically. So the AI text may say, so what will happen is the lead comes in, AI text initiates if you've got it, and let's say nothing happens for 2 days or a day, or they say, I'm not interested in that property. Then the AI text will say something like, oh, that's fine. Would you like a free copy of 25 insider secrets to home buying or whatever guide? And then if the lead says yes, then we send that guide to them automatically. And then again, we're going to send you a copy. We're going to let you know that they asked for it. And we're going to then qualify that lead so that you now can follow up with them. All right. Absolutely awesome. Allie, exactly right. Yes. And that's a great, fantastic question. If a buyer says remove from the AI text, you still want to follow up with them. I would still follow up with a phone call. I would follow up with the email, and I'm going to walk you through the email. And then you can also send it to your CRM. So I want to make sure that you understand that whatever CRM you're using in your Listings to Leads profile, and I'll show you that towards the end of this call, how to connect that, and also the email follow-up from Listings to Leads. All right. So now let's do this let's do this ad one more time, but it's going to be a little bit more involved. So I'm just going to show you a couple of different things here. All right. So location, again, radius, budget, 70. I'm going to leave that 1 week, and then change template. So let's say I've got 4 images of the front of the house, because when you uploaded your listing to the MLS, you put in front of the home, front of the home, front of the home, front of the home, kitchen, 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 living room, right? You're grouping all of your photos together by type, front, again, rooms, backyard are all together, of course. Much better. Here's a pro tip for everybody. It is so darn annoying to have to go, and when I see on Zillow like 70 photos, sometimes I just want to cry, because I know, in fact, normally what I do is I just go in reverse, because I know all the good photos are not in the beginning. I want to see the yard. Is there a pool? What does the property look like? What does the back of the house look like? What are some of the bonus rooms? All right. So when you got all these photos, try to put your best 5 first. Front of the home, kitchen, living room, maybe the primary bedroom, bathroom, and then maybe the backyard. All right, maybe a grill area, a patio, the RV parking, whatever the best 5 images and features of the home. When you upload it to the MLS, try to remember the best 5 first and get people excited. And that way they come into listings to leads perfectly. But, and you can also, and I'll just a little bit of an aside here. If I go to edit photos, I can rearrange, I can just drag and drop and rearrange photos, right? Just like that. And then save it. And then you're going to want to click this regenerate GIF, whatever. Anyways, that is like the e-flyers. And there's a few other things that we have where we rotate the photos through. And so if you change these photos, just when you hit save, go ahead and hit regenerate as well. All right. But back to the ad here. If you've got that problem where the first 5 photos are just substandard, you can change them. And so let me show you how to do that. So change template. Now I can change the template. So we got a lot of different templates, 21, I believe, to be exact. But I like the one with the image on top and then the 3 on the bottom. Now, again, to change these out, click the little edit icon in the top left, and then you're going to see here, every image can be now changed. So update image, right? Pop up, and I can select a different image, upload a different image. So you can see that all 4 of these can now be, and then I can also change the text here. I can change the color. Oh, all right. So it looks beautiful. That's absolutely awesome. And as I mentioned before, change image video. So if I want to maybe I got a Canva image, maybe I've got a video, and I'll just show you, I'll just stock video, just so we can take a quick look at that and see how it looks. But I love now, I've seen some really good ads where it's the agent introducing the property. So, when you're doing your short form video, hopefully you're doing short form videos. You can see here, short form video script. What I would do is I would record that video in vertical. And then depending on the program you're using, you can oftentimes go ahead and save it as either a square or landscape and not have to reshoot it, or just record it again in a landscape or square format, and then use that in the ad. So check this out, right? Doesn't that look great? So, I do like video. You just have to be, I don't want to say strategic is not the right word, but you just got to make sure that you're not throwing video in that is giving it all away. That's the biggest problem I see with most video, and or they take forever to get to the point. It's like they sit there and they're talking, "Hi, my name is Scott. I hope you're having a great day." And oh my God, blah, 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 blah. And people are like, don't know what the hell you're talking about. So if you're going to do a video, right, I would just take the short form video script right here and I would use that. The first part, at least, is the intro for my property video. All right. I've belabored that point quite enough. When a lead asks for a buyer guide, does that go automatically? Yes, Mitchell, it does. Yep. Can you show again how to get to the domain name options? What do you mean by domain name options, Allie? I'm sorry. Did I even show that? I don't even know. Jan, I am so lost. Well, Jan, do you have listings in your account? Hopefully you've got listings. Oh, best home in America. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll show that. So let's do a just sold listing. All right. Just sold. Notice there's selling agent. We're going to change the language around the ad just a little bit. And then just a listing agent right there. So just a listing agent. That's where I represented the seller. All right. Selling agent, the buyer. And no, you cannot upload your own leads to listings leads, unfortunately, at this point. And choose my listing marker. Jen, what is that? They know what that is. Choose my listing marker. Yeah, don't overcomplicate it. Look, listen, if your listing is in your account, and get with support for help, support will help you. All you got to do, don't overcomplicate this. Click the green market listing button. All right, you're going to be in the overview. Click Facebook and Instagram ad, and I'll show the domain after I go through this ad right here. Because again, I'm going to do this ad twice. Once, I'm just going to run through it. And the second time, I'm going to show how to use a custom audience. And FYI, we retarget all of these ads. All right, so Jan, check this out. This is it's almost too easy because you're probably thinking you're missing something and you're not. We've got everything right here. This is the ads manager simplified to where you can't mess it up hardly. So check this out. It's going to autofill location. When people click this ad, so this is what the ad's going to look like over here on the right. See where it says ad preview? This is the ad. That's my Facebook page. Right? That's mine. That's not a demo. That's my Facebook page. All right. Here's the text. All of this is editable, although 90% of the time you don't need to edit this. Especially in the beginning, resist the urge to go to ChatGPT and use AI for your description. Especially in the beginning, just use ours. I tell you, the best performing ads typically are the ones that use a standard text. But you're absolutely more than welcome to change the text, change the image. So again, we're going to confirm location. These are seller leads. These are coming in at like between $9 to $12 each, right? Seller leads are more money, just the way it is with Facebook. We don't take any of the budget. 100% of the budget goes to the ad. 1 week, and just hit create ad. I mean, it's literally that easy. So the hard part might be getting the listing into your account, but as long as you got that and you got help from support to make that happen as well, hopefully we're getting the listings in from a data feed, or you can grab them in 10 seconds. And again, AI text follow-up. I want to make sure I got that turned on. And one more thing about the ad is when they click through the ad, they go to the single property website. And that's why I was showing that before. Now let's do this ad one more time, and then I'll show the domain that somebody asked about a little bit earlier. Now this time I'm going to show you how to use a custom audience. So again, I click Facebook and Instagram ad. I'm right here. I confirm location, radius, lifetime budget of $100 again, because it's a seller ad. And now see how it says retarget current leads. And then if I just click in there, every single custom audience I've got in Facebook, whether it was a Ylopo made the custom audience 3 years ago, or Bold Trail, or it was something I uploaded my database to something I uploaded my database to Facebook, last month, whatever. You can access them all right here. Now, of course, I'm not going to use a buyer audience for a seller ad, but you can just see how easy that is. They're all going to pop up. I'm going to select, and then I'm going to hit create ad. It's literally that easy. And of course, I'm always going to confirm that I got good photos, right? Whether, whatever template I use doesn't matter. I mean, whatever. You get my point. Now for the seller ads, so for this ad right here, the lead, name, email, phone number, selling time frame, and they are going to be offered the ultimate guide to selling a home. Again, if they say yes, it will get sent to them automatically. Just like the buyer leads, they're going to be enrolled into the AI text if you got that set up as well. Super, super easy. Yeah, Jan, if you want to, just go with support. Sometimes support can actually help you. Yeah, exactly right. Perfect. Yeah, call support a little bit later, see if they can't help you out with that. And so we did listings. Let's go to landing pages. I tell you, a really good one. And we'll do a buyer and a seller here. So any landing page you see, now notice you've all got these price reduced, and price. There's 3 different ones. Steal your dream home, select area with PDF. I'm going to click on the green marketing tools button. Pops right into Facebook and Instagram ads right away. There is only one difference, and that is we don't know the location. So you're going to type in the location, and Folsom, California. All right. Everything else is going to be the same. All right. Lifetime budget. Again, I'm going to pop that up. These leads are coming in anywhere from like $5 to $7 each. And I would try, and you're going to see this at the link, Facebook ad, struggling with Facebook ads and follow up that I gave everybody a little bit earlier. You're going to want to spend between a 1 to 150 a month minimum for Facebook ads. And I would weight them a little bit more towards the buyer leads, because a lot of buyer leads have a home to sell, especially if you're doing open houses. You're going to see that as I'm running ads for open houses, mine are borrowed, and I'm generating leads are coming in. You're going to find 20 to 30% of those people have a home to sell, which is phenomenal. And so to be able to generate lead, and I'm going to talk to you, and you're going to see this at that link as well, about making sure we don't overpay for leads. What happens when you have an ad that is coming in at like $10 a buyer lead? All right. And what to do when you got an ad that's producing, leads at a really good price. So I'm going to walk through both of those scenarios as well. Oh, shoot. I forgot about the domain thing. I apologize. I'll get back to that a little bit later. Do you have any instructions for the video editor regarding size? Well, there's no video editor in listings to leads. Do you have any video editor regarding the size which fits? Yeah, I'm not really sure what you mean, Suma. That might be something for support, or get to the mastermind group, and then we can have a further conversation there. Should we wait for AI text to make contact or call them? I would call them. Allie, most agents that are, doing good with this, let the AI text initiate, and then have a time. You're going to see this at Facebook ads at those interviews. Just have a time every day that is dedicated. Okay. Like I literally mean dedicated to calling. All right. My wife is a mortgage broker. She calls leads every night, 7 to 8 p.m. From 7 to 8 every night. Sometimes she's done in 30 minutes. Sometimes it takes her an hour and a half. But she finds that that's the best time for her to call leads back. So she's not calling them right away. Let the AI text handle everything. And then she calls between 7 and 8 p.m. It gets great. She gets a hold of a lot of people. Sometimes people, they call between 9 and 10. All right. You just got to do what works for you. All right. So for price reduced, and I'll show you the landing page in a minute, but it's just location, budget. I'm going to say $70. Let it run for 1 week. Again, I can change the template. I can do custom audience, change the text, change the image. I can do all of this stuff. But for most of you, I would not get hung up on changing things. I would just, especially when you're newer, I would just run the damn ad. Just run the ad. Focus on the follow-up, okay? Let us do the heavy lifting for you with the ads, and then you focus on the follow-up. So here's the landing page. Completely customizable. The image, the text, the locations. What we do is we take, in your account for that landing page, it'll have the city of your profile. So whatever your listings leads profile is, the city you've got, that will be one of the cities. And then for every listing that you have, we'll also drop in there as an option. So all of you on this call will have different options off this drop down. So you're not going to have Granite Bay and Sacramento and Folsom. All right. You're not going to have that. That's me. And then the lead can say, give me new, send all, name, email, phone. All right. So that's price reduced. Now, we're not going through landing page customization in this call today, but all of these landing pages are completely customizable. Let's do another one here. We got free home values. We got iBuyer. We got custom landing pages, recruiting landing pages, investor lowballing landing pages. In fact, that's not, what one? Let's just do iBuyer. All right. So if I click view, here's the landing page. All right, get a cash offer on your home. Again, I can customize the background, the text, the lead form. I'm going to click the green marketing tools button. Facebook and Instagram ads will come up first. Let's give that a second. And then after this, I'll show domains. I'm going to walk through what to do when you got a bad performing ad and what do you do when you have a good performing ad. And then I'm going to walk through the email follow-up and also sending it to your CRM. All right. So again, location. That's all I got to do. Folsom, California. I can change the text. I can change the image. I'm going to do a lifetime budget, right? So these are remember, these are seller leads. iBuyer can come in between 15 to 20 bucks per. What is your home worth? 15 to 20 bucks per lead. Investors lowballing, $15 to $20 per lead. Seller leads are a lot more money. So you're going to have to spend more money. You can't spend, 35, 45, 50 bucks and expect to generate seller leads very well. So, that's why I like the idea of waiting a lot of my money on the buyer leads, especially with open houses. And then, if I'm going to do a seller ad, you're going to want to do like $100 a week for this kind of an ad. And again, I can retarget, right? That for the seller ads, we actually check that by default. And again, here's my custom audience. And I'll also show you how to upload a CSV file to listings to leads and to create a custom audience in Facebook. So you can take your database, you can download it, format it into the format that I'll show you. And then you can upload it through listings to leads. You'll get a message back usually between like 15 minutes to a couple of hours that it's ready. I would wait a couple of days, like a day or two before I use it, because Facebook is going to still be populating through, even though it says it's ready to use. And if you upload, here's the deal. If I upload a custom list or a CSV file of 1,000 people, Facebook is going to probably find 75 to 80% of them. So not everybody is going to be not everybody is going to be found that you have in your file. All right. Oh, assume a length of video and size. Well, you don't, depending on what it is. All right. So if it's an ad, if it's a video for an ad, I wouldn't want it to be more than 30 seconds at max. No one's going to watch a 30-second video unless it's like a sales letter kind of a thing. But for a standard ad, I would try to keep it between, 10 to 30 seconds max, right? Just make sure you're on point. Get into the mastermind group, show us the video in the mastermind group or ask about it. And we can talk more about that there for sure. All right. And then create ad. So how does the landing page work? Yeah, let me just spend a quick minute on that. But we actually do a call on the iBuyer every month. So we do a whole webinar on the iBuyer funnel. But if I click on view, here's the thing. And if I do 121 Tomlinson, have you signed a listing agreement? And I think all of this is customizable. House are you looking to sell? What's the condition of the home? What are you interested in? Name, email, phone number. Get a cash offer estimate. And then I think we take the normal stuff and we reduce it. I can't remember how much by, and I'll have to check on that. But I know we reduce it quite a bit to be more in line. All right. And then what I would do. So we're not, we don't have the setup for submitting this on your behalf. So with these leads, if you've got an account with Open Door, if you're with EXP, I believe you've got something inside of EXP that you can use. And I tell you, I've even got people that they have landing pages from like other vendors, and they will use here. I'll show you. If I go to edit domains, like I have one client right now. Use domain forwarding. What did he do? Yeah, I wonder if it was domain forwarding. And he put his landing page here so that it like uses our landing page in the ad kind of in a sense, but then it just opens up his landing page. So anyway, that's a little bit more advanced than I want to get into for this call. But yeah, there's a lot of other things you can do. And keep in mind, right, we got the what is your home worth landing pages, right? Free home values, down payment assistance, new construction, iBuyer. And for all of these, just, click on the view, right? Roll through it. And that way you can see how it works. So here we're offering a couple of different buyer guides along with the list of price reduced homes for sale. And let me just show briefly PDF guides. These are phenomenal as well, right? There's even more ads in the system that you can run. Pretty much under every tab, there's an ad, right? Listings, under ads, I can do it right there. PDF guides, landing pages, client review even. So for example, here, first time home buyer's guide, I can toggle between seller and buyer. So new construction is popular, downsizing. So downsizing guide for homeowners, marketing tools, right? Facebook and Instagram ads going to come up right away. Location. I can change the text. I can change the image. And again, I can upload a video. This would be a great video. So Suma, what I think would be awesome is you take essentially take the short form video script right here, record a video maybe in front of one of your listings, especially if you got a listing that's single story, where the primary is on the first floor. That'd be phenomenal. And right, you got your ad. You could replace that image with you talking. All right, again, location, budget. I can retarget. You got the autoresponder, good to go. And hit create ad. Again, Facebook lead ad, name, email, phone number, selling time frame because it's a seller ad. And for the PDF guide ads, we do not offer a PDF guide because they're already getting a guide. So for these, we don't offer another guide. It'd be kind of weird. All right. So I'm going to click on the ads tab right now. So when I go to the ads tab, I can run all the ads right from the ads tab. You're going to see here, I can create listing ad, landing page, PDF guide, or custom. So if you you may have another landing page or another, like, for example, someone mentioned earlier about a list of homes. Get your IDX. All right. And I might say here, IDX list of pool homes for sale. If somebody wants to give me their website URL, I'll show you how to do this. So if you want to give me your website, I'll show you how to do this, because these are great ads to run too. Will the AI text follow-up work even if my CRM won't sync with L to L? Yeah, 100%. Yep. Alley Agent. What a cute name. Alley Agent. alleyagent.com. Southwest Florida Realtor. Thank you. Looks awesome. So let's see. Hopefully this will work. I will do Bonita Springs. And let me do search. And let me see if we got an opportunity to do pool homes. Yes, pool. Phenomenal. And so this is a little advanced. All right. Talk to your website support. So talk to support at your website if you need to for everybody else. But I can see here in the domain, pool true. So I know this domain is going to this URL, no matter where I put it, right? So I can open up another browser, drop that link in there, and it's going to show me that same list of pool homes in that same area. So some websites don't have that ability, but most do. I love your logo. Really nice logo. So this is Bonita Springs Pool Homes. So I'm going to take this domain and I'm going to come back in here. All right, there we go. So remember, this is a custom ad. I'm going to drop in the IDX link, and it could be whatever. It could be any link you want to send them to. I'm going to click on that green fetch. I'm probably not going to use this. All right, just like, right, you can see right there, right? It gave me like her logo. Put my primary text, get a free list of pool homes for sale. And of course, I'm going to do a little bit more than that, but I'm just wanting to show you. Location. I might use ChatGPT for this and say, hey, I'm running a Facebook ad for a list of pool homes in Bonita Springs. Please give me an engaging ad copy to use. Right? Budget lifetime. I'm going to say 50. Start and end in 1 week. Upload image or video. And media from L to L, stock images, stock video. Let's see if we got anything here. Pool home. I'm sure, pool, let's just say swimming pool. Let's try that. SWI, swimming. You could also take a screenshot of from your IDX. Insert, or if you want to use one of our images or videos from our stock library, you totally can. Or you could just do so to be honest, all right, I hate that phrase, to be honest. When I'm running a ad for a free list of price reduced homes for sale, a free list of pool homes for sale, free list of homes with a primary bedroom on the first floor, that is kind of the only time I actually don't mind using carousel, because then I can show different examples of, a lower price home with a pool, a mid-level home with a pool, a more expensive home with a pool. I don't know that I would use this, because when people are like, what the hell are you advertising here? Right? Like, is this like happy hour? So no, I'm definitely not recommending this video for the ad. I'm just showing you can do video, you can do images, and I can add an autoresponder. I got advanced options. I've got retarget current leads and custom audiences. Now, here's the deal. If I don't add a custom audience, this will then just retarget people that have interacted or engaged with my ads in the past, which is awesome. And we actually do that by default. You can turn it off, right? Or turn it on. And again, if I don't add a custom audience, it'll just retarget current leads. But I can, again, add a custom audience. 99.99% of the time for buyer leads, I'm not wanting to use a custom audience. That would only be for seller leads. All right. What is IDX? IDX is this. So at your agent website, if you got a website, the IDX is just, the homes from the MLS coming into your website. So Jane, I'm sorry, who are you with? Are you with EXP? Yeah, Eric, right? It is a nice website. I love these colors. Very, very nice, very fresh, right? Nice white background with the great colors. I love that blue. Looks really nice. So yeah, this is a great website. I love the logo, clean, right? Very elegant, nice video on the cover here. Yeah, awesome. All right, so let me close that. We were in ads. So check this out. Let's go back to ads, because I want to talk just real briefly, very, very important. When you have a listing, when you have an ad that's not performing well, your leads are too expensive. Maybe they're coming in at, $10 for a buyer lead, which is just outrageous, or whatever. And you just want to turn it off. It'll be in the on position, of course. And again, you're noticing, hey, these leads are really expensive. Just come here and turn it off. And 75% of the time, if I just go back and rerun that ad, my cost per lead will be a lot better. Of course, I'm going to check my images. In fact, in that one video, the third video on that page, the 5-minute video, I walk through all of this stuff. But if it's, for example, if I click view ad, the two big things I check, well, three big things I check if I have a bad performing ad. One, did I mess around with radius and take radius from 15 to 50? That can mess up your ad. Did I change the text? So some really bizarre stuff that is kind of confusing people. Are my images not very good? Or my images maybe 4 of the same thing? And I've seen this before. In fact, a couple of months ago, an agent came into the mastermind group, hey, my ad is not doing well. And she literally had the main image and it was the weirdest image. It was a staircase, but not even the staircase. It was like this weird angle of the staircase. It was like so bizarre. It was so bizarre. And I'm like, well, that's probably not going to do well in your ad. So I just changed the images. Like I walked you through a little bit earlier, and I walked you through in the video on the page I gave you all a bit ago. And her ad went from like $9 to $3 per lead. I might change the color. So like if the color, like this red banner and stuff, if it's a little bit too tone on tone, like green or blue on a green or blue, mostly colored image, I might just change it to red so it stands out on the Facebook page a little bit better. All right. So there's a few things I would do. But again, assuming all of that is fine, all I would do is I would just, again, turn the ad off and just go rerun it. Don't get mad. All right. Don't get bitter. You can get bitter the third time. You can't get it to work. And sometimes I'll tell you, I got a client I work with. There's 2 listings. For the life of me, I cannot get one of his listings to do anything under like $6 or $7 a lead. The other listing, and they're both condos. The other listing is coming in like at $2 and something. Now they're in different locations. The expensive one is in a really small area, like it's a really small beach area, and the other one is in the major city, like the larger city of the area, in the sales area. So sometimes, if you get a really super resorty, beachy kind of a small town, man, and they're both condos. They both look somewhat similar. They got the big panoramic Florida, wall to wall, floor to ceiling glass, sliding windows and all that stuff, sliding doors. But I'm telling you, the one listing, I can't get it under $7 a lead. And the other listing that he's got, we're coming in like at $2.30 a lead. It's so, whatever. And so to that point, what happens when you have an ad that's performing phenomenal? My wife right now has an ad right now, down payment assistance. It's a video. And what she does, or I'm sorry, what you do is, let's say your ad, right? You're coming in at $2 a lead or whatever. It's a good price for you. And you want to keep that ad going. Click edit, and I'll get you to your questions in about 30 seconds. This is super quick and easy. So I want to keep this ad going. I don't want it to stop because I'm getting good cost per lead, right? Go to budget and just extend it. So I've already spent 80. So I'm going to add another 80. This is just an example. So I'll say 160. So it's not an extra 160. It is a total of 160. Make sense? So it'll be an extra $80 I'm adding, 80 plus 80. And then I'm going to take that ending date from whatever it is, right? Let's say it's going to end tomorrow. Well, I might just go, you know what? Let's go to the 9th. So instead of ending on the 2nd, let's go ahead and end on the 9th and just hit update. And that way the new budget and the new ending date will be applied to that ad and you'll be good to go. Does it retarget with that current ad only during the date it is running? Yes. Or will it retarget people who clicked on old ads also? Well, that is, Eric, that is what retargeting is. So when people interact with an older ad and you got the retargeting turned on, all of those people will get like a little bit more of the ad in their feed. Does that make sense? I hope. Can you review what you said about retargeting if nothing is set up in the drop-down? Allie, I just did. So perfect. Absolutely awesome. Can you please show us again where to find the expireds book? I came in a few minutes late. Yes, go ahead. Here is that link again. And I'll tell you, I need to show the domain thing. And then I'll show that book off again if needed. If another location is added, should we add additional radius? If another location is added, do you mean like if you do this? Let me see. Hold on a second. So let's say I'm 5 minutes over. I think I'm pretty much done with everything except for showing the domain, which, in fact, let me show the domain first, and then I'll get to that next question because whoever asked about the domain may want to take off. So click on edit, and you'll see you can do this for landing pages as well. So under the listing address is edit, right? There's view, edit, checklist. So click on edit. And then kind of at the bottom, domains, like third from the bottom. And then view, copy, or edit. So again, I'll click on edit. And then here I can change the domain and the subdomain, the edit domain, or the first part, the prefix. Be careful though, if you have done any marketing, if you've done an ad, a post, an e-flyer, don't touch it. Just don't touch it because it's going to break what you had before. So I would not touch these domains unless the listing is brand new, or you just want to break all your previous marketing, which I don't think anybody wants to do. But yeah, it's funny because I actually check that when I'm adding a listing, before I do any marketing, I'll just go double check that link real quick. Because sometimes, like, if it's a common address, which is kind of weird, but it has come up, right? Where like 5530 Douglas is also a home in Idaho or Florida, as well as Michigan. So when I got 5530 Douglas Boulevard or Street, well, there's already been one or two in the system. Typically what we do is we just use a different domain. So we'll try to keep it as close to that as possible. But it's conceivable you could see something weird like 5530 Douglas 23, where we're just throwing a little like indicator at the end of it. Super, super rare. But anyways, I do always just check it. So if you click the retarget button, then it will target everyone who's ever clicked. Yes, that's right. Yes. Allie, I'm sorry. Are you and I don't know. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. So yeah, back to the earlier question. If another location is added, should we add additional radius? All right, let me see. And this could be a PDF guide. This could be a landing page. This could be a listing. And so, Allie, are you asking me this? So is this what you're meaning? So let's say Folsom, but let's just say also, a lot of people from San Francisco move up here, unfortunately, and drive up our prices. But, they got money. So I might want to target them. I would not change radius. I would leave that alone. But for sure, because here's the deal. You've got the number of people that are going to see the ad, but then you've got the number of times they see the ad. So it's not like Facebook is showing your ad one time to people. They conceivably are going to see it multiple times over the course of this week or however long it is I'm running the ad for. And so to that point, if I take my audience and I mean, Folsom, let's just say Folsom is, 300,000 people. San Francisco plus 15 miles. Oh my God, that's like 5 million. I mean, that's going to be a lot. So, it's almost going to be like, well, it's not going to be too much, but I'm definitely going to want to bump up my budget. All right. And then create ad. So yeah, no, I would definitely not change my radius on that. If I did that, I would leave my radius at 15. Normally I don't like doing that, but to be honest, actually where we live, that actually would not be, now that I'm thinking about it, that may not be a bad idea. All right. So any other questions? I put the link, right? This is what you're ordering. When you place an order on that link, right on this page, I know it's a goofy looking page, so I apologize. We're going to build this into the system a little bit later. But I just want to get them out. And I want to get like the first, few groups of people through the system here. And what will happen is if you order this, or not me, but we will set an expired listing in your Listings to Leads account. So we're going to go into your account. We're going to add an expired listing, and it will look just like this. We will create the book, and we will send you a proof via email first. You can take a quick look at it. It'll be a couple of screenshots. You'll see a screenshot of the cover and a link to look through everything, make sure there's nothing really weird. And then we set up for the print, and that's what takes oh my God, it takes a while. So we set up all, because every page has to be done individually for the print. And then once it's set up, then you can reorder as much as you want. So that's easy. So for $60, we're going to set the listing into your account, set it for print. Then we're going to mail you a hard copy. So we're going to mail you a hard copy. You're going to get it in the mail. If you order today, it'll probably get sent to printing today or tomorrow. It gets mailed out one business day later, typically, and then 3 or 4 days to get to you, depending on where you live. And then once you get your hard copy, you take a look at it, you're good to go. Then you can go ahead and start ordering 10, 20, 30 at a time for $8 each. Again, they're over $10 at Staples. They are they can be $15 from some people or from some vendors. And I was just going to try to find what the heck happened to. Oh, right. Here. So this is a client who just got his, and I'm going to leave the sound off, but he loves it. He's like so excited about this. All right. So that's how it looks. I mean, look how, it's just like, it's like a magazine. Great paper, very, very nice weight. Like I said, this thing has been kicking around my house for over a week now, and it still looks absolutely fantastic. So this would be something people are going to be able to leave, and I'm carrying it around with me because I showed them my trainings. I'm doing some one-on-ones with people where I walk through this. And so I'm flipping through this thing probably 5 to 6 times a day, and it still looks fantastic. Right. Look at that. He had some print ready. He had a print ready PDF, like luxury something rather. And he sent it to me, and I added it in, and it bumped the price up, I think like $1. By letting him know ahead of time. I told him, he said, "Hey, can I also add some other pages to it?" I said, "Yes, it's going to bump up your price." I told him the price. He said, "That's absolutely fine. I love it." And so he got it. And man, I can't wait for him to get that out the door. All right. Any questions on this? Any questions on anything before I let you all go? Eric, all right, awesome. Naples and Bonita. Oh yeah. How far away are they? I mean, I know they're super close. I just don't know exactly. Like, I don't even know how far Sacramento is from Folsom. I have no idea. Probably 30 miles. But yeah, I mean, Allie, for example, if I wanted to go like change 15 to 30, definitely want to make sure that you just increase your ad budget. That's all. All right. Cool. Did you say you need to have an expired list? No, we're going to add it for you. And then we got different homes. So you can see, for example, the home he had, the image, the image of the home is this one. But I got a bunch of different images that I can use. These are all AI images. Actually, even that one is AI image. Or you can send me one. So I would, if you've got a really nice expired listing that you've converted and sold in the past, or just a really nice listing that you've sold, we could use that image so that you've got an actual listing image from your own inventory. Or maybe, for example, your broker. So if your broker is also a listing agent and they've got a nice listing that they've sold, maybe ask them. Say, "Hey, that $2.5 million property that you sold last year, I'm doing some expired marketing, and show them the video or show them a screenshot from the mastermind group and say, could I use that home that you sold last year in my booklet, because I know that listing will look just great all the way through here, right? So, but again, I got images that we can use. You can send me an image. Someone in the mastermind group, in fact, let me go and I'll share with you and I responded to it, but let me show you this question, because if you're asking about images, and I think it was, in fact, hold on. And like, I don't like this image. Like, to me, that's kind of weird. Like, I'm not going to use a barn in my magazine, right? So, you could use an area photo, kind of like, maybe if it's like an overview map kind of a thing you could do. But I think an image of a home, Kelly Wheeler, he was messing on me. Like, Kelly Wheeler's insane. And he had, let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh yeah, it's right here. So, I mean, this is all right. I like the image of a home better, but this is kind of cool. Home did not sell. Let's do something, right? The complete marketing plan, right? So it's the same thing as this. It's just, he just took a different image. I like this one better. So, but hey, you know what? We can do what we want. Do we get the final PDF of the expired book for our file? You get a version of it. So, and yeah, you can, I mean, it's easy enough to convert into a PDF because it's going to sit in your account. And so the goal is to get out 20 a month, exactly 20 to 30 a month. So 20, it's $160 for 20. So this sits in your account, Allie. The only difference, So we're going to add this to your account. And here's the flip book. The only difference is right now, we don't have the ability to change. You see where it says prepared for Placer County homeowners at 123 Main Street, Placer County, California. What I do is we take that, and you can see here, you can see what it says right there. Let me see. There we go. A proven plan that works even when others don't. I'm reading it backwards through my camera via the screen. That's I'm a little slow reading this. So we take this, we drop the cover and the back into Canva, and we change this part right here to what I just showed you. So, but otherwise, yes, you've got the whole thing as both a flip book, and it's totally fine. I mean, you know what? If I sent this to an expired homeowner via email or text message, no one is going to say anything about, well, why does it say 123 Main Street? Right. And I didn't want to say Folsom. So I just said the entire county. So I said Placer County right here. And then you'll see, here's the download listing presentation. That's the PDF right there. So you'll have it in your account. So hopefully that answers that question. Yep. Awesome, Eric. Thank you. Perfect. Yes, 20 to 30 a month. And I'm telling you, door knock, mail them. We've got a cover letter that goes along with this, which you'll get the link to the cover letter. You can edit it, right? Customize it. And that way, the goal is to have 20 or 30 of these sitting on your desk at the beginning of every month. And when, and every morning I have my plus leads. You can use your MLS. You could use Remind. You could use RedX, right? There's a lot of services out there to get the expired information. And, if you don't have a phone number, totally fine. I'm just going to go door knock, or I'm going to drop it in the mail. Boom. And I'm going to add the cover letter to it. So I'll print up the cover letter, right? I'll put their name on the cover letter and then sign it. And then I'm going to go door knocking. I'm going to go door knocking or drop it in the mail. All right. Are we good to go? Anything else? And here's a copy of, see how it says, that's the original, right? Prepared for Placer County homeowners at, it's a little blurry. Sorry about that. Anyway, at 123 Main Street, blah, blah, blah. All right, everybody, listen, have an awesome day. Get to the mastermind group, get to our support if you need to. Last thing I'm going to mention here before I let you all go, if you go to the marketing calendar, I just want to mention two things super briefly. Presentations, all right, real estate mastery, intro to L to L, open house, phenomenal. Resources, YouTube channel where you can watch all of our videos, Instagram, Facebook mastermind group. So get to the mastermind group right there. And lastly, the media library for all of you that have an open house this weekend. I would use the print sign-in forms. I don't like the online sign-in form. I like the print, and I go through that in our open house training. But if I have the opportunity, type in 100 and hit search. Have this video playing on your laptop or tablet device. You can download. I would leave the sound off. You can download this from your Listings to Leads account, upload it to your YouTube channel. You can upload this to your YouTube channel. There's a version for TikTok and Instagram right here that you can download and upload to TikTok, upload to YouTube Shorts, upload to Instagram. This is the short version, right? And it's essentially this. It's essentially this, but for regular listings. Like, it doesn't talk about expireds. This is just for listings. But my point here is, and this is the last thing, is I want to play this so that all those neighbors, all those people that own a home coming through my open house are essentially going to see a commercial for me. That's not about me, but it's about how do I get homes sold. And, this came to me from another client who was doing it. And I've had other people now do it. And feedback I get is people would sit there and watch this thing. Like, people walking by your laptop. Some people have put it on the seller's, they'll ask the seller, hey, can you bring up YouTube? Because I'm going to be playing a video during the open house just to help engage people. And so, have the homeowner have YouTube up, bring up this video, and have this video playing on the TV. How awesome would that be? Or if you don't have access, or it's not your listing, then maybe have a laptop or a tablet playing this video. Phenomenal. All right. Go forth. Have a beautiful day. Get those phone calls in. Get those ads done. Get to the mastermind group. Let me know if you have any questions. Get with support. We'll talk to you soon, everybody. Have a good one.